Hi everyone and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handset Markets for Friday the 21st of February. We've had a bit of an improvement in risk appetite overnight, which has certainly been helped higher by the strong close that we saw on Wall Street yesterday, which filtered through into the Asian trading session. Stock markets pushing on there and has actually given the European traders a boost at the open as well. There's not a massive amount that you could really go on that pushed this rally higher. Certainly the data that came out from the States yesterday was in line to actually not so good. The Philly Fed was actually worse than expectations. Leading indicators were in line, and inflation was also in line with expectations as well. So there wasn't a huge amount you could actually point at that drove this rally. Perhaps it's something to do with the fact you've got some options expiry today on these equity indices. But that aside, the drive higher overnight actually was helped by the weaker yen, and certainly that has pushed stock markets higher. And as I said, the European trading hours have opened fairly positively. In terms of the European currencies, the euro is fairly flat against the dollar, as is as is sterling as well. So not a huge amount of movement early on to go on there. The data that we need to be looking out for today is going to be, first of all, the major one probably is going to be another look at US housing data. This time we've got the existing home sales that comes out at 3 o'clock. You see here we've got the uptrend, nice uptrend since 2010 in existing home sales, but that got broken at the back end of last year. The expectation is for that to come back down further to 4.68 million, and a further downside move in that housing market. So the recent housing data in the States has been fairly mixed, and that's not going to help that outlook in the States. Certainly the bad weather at the end of last year and filtering through into this year has not helped that data, but certainly we'll be watching out for that at 3 o'clock today. Before that, you've got the UK retail sales. That's at 9:30 GMT. That's forecast to be 5%. And also this afternoon, you've got the Canadian CPI, which is at 1:30 this afternoon, forecast to come in at 1.3%. In terms of our chart of the day, I've been looking at the FTSE 100, and certainly the FTSE has been lagging the S&P and the DAX over several months, actually probably since last year. Throughout last year it was a weak performer, but now we're seeing the big turnaround that we saw yesterday in the European trading hours. And that's followed through today on the back of that positive Asian session overnight. Had a very strong open, almost had a test of that key high that we'd seen at 6867 on the FTSE. That was the January high. That's just under the 6875 May 2013 multi-year high. That high from May 2013 dates back all the way to 1999. So that is a huge level that FTSE needs to break through. These other markets, as I said, FTSE's been lagging the other markets. The S&P, the DAX have all been pushing higher consistently and breaking out to new high ground. So FTSE's yet to do that, and it'll be interesting to see if it can do that, perhaps today or even Monday, given the positive moves. But we've got this RSI. It looks very strong. Maybe a little bit concerned with the fact that it's up towards 70. Also, you've got the stochastics that are just rolling over there. I mean, the sell signals on this chart on the stochastics are not all that great. So perhaps not really going with that too much. And the MACD lines are nicely rising as well. So fairly mixed bit of technical signals there. But you will be seeing, I think, at some stage another rally towards that testing of that 6867 high. In terms of the supports that we need to be looking at, you've got a nice band of support back at 6810 that was pretty much the close last night. 6813 was the close. Around the 6810, 6815 mark, I think is a decent area of support on FTSE, and I'd be looking to use that if FTSE does retrace to test that support. I'd be looking for maybe a buy signal around about there, because you've got certainly these intraday momentum indicators are all very strong and suggesting upside pressure is in force today. Anyway, I wish you good luck with your trading on FTSE, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.